How are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for clicking to this video. I am glad that you're here, and I'm sure out of the topic of this video, you have come here to learn. And thank you so much to all that are here for your first time. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, I am glad that you keep following us and you keep learning from this channel. And today I am glad because we are here to discuss a matter or something that is very vital for us. And we have a guest who is a doctor, and he's going to introduce himself and give us his names. And Daktari has come here today so that we can be able to discuss on what measures or what literally first aid that you should do in case there is a burn at home. That means for a child or even a grown-up. But in case your child burns at home, before you think about taking them to the hospital, what should you do? So welcome to my channel, Daktari. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you accepted this invitation. And I'm sure that our viewers are going to learn so many things, or the first aid measures that should be taken, even as we discuss this topic. Kindly introduce yourself to us and tell us who you are.
Good evening, Miriam.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm Dr. Chiro.
Yes.
From Nakuru. And I'm honored to be in your show today. So I had the topic is on first aid measures on how to deal with a burn case.
At home.
At home.
Yes, or anywhere else that is not around the hospital facility. Daktari, so why kitu ndo tu ndio viewers wa nini? You know this thing is making yes, nice. So daktari akishavalia hiyo, mnajua ni daktari kweli kweli. So doc, you know, when we have, especially parents, when we have small kids, especially that age where our kids have started crawling or where they've started now making steps, they are all over in the house. And at that time, when you don't have anyone to control them, or you know, it's not all the time you keep following them, where are you? So sometimes you find these kids have started now going to those rooms that they didn't used to go to when walikuwa wanabebwa, but now they are walking. They want to explore, they want to go all over the house. And sometimes you may find that they might come across something that is hot, and you see, for a kid, that child does not understand that this is a hot thing, and maybe a shike and then imwagikie, or maybe even they step on something that is hot. So we just want to understand, in case I encounter a burn, especially for the young ones, what should I do as a parent?
Yes. So concerning burns, we have so many things that can cause a burn, especially to babies, as you've illustrated that they can be jumpy.
Yeah.
So there are very many types of burns, and the things that can cause burn can range from hot water, which we call scalds. We can have flames, or sometimes we can have even chemical burns. See, at our houses we might have chemicals that we've stored for different uses, and a child can touch on them or it can spill on them. We also have electrical burns. So we have different types of burns, and how to respond to burns depends on exactly what caused the burn. So in our setup, mostly we see that most of the burns are due to what we call scald burns. So these are the burns which maybe the baby accidentally dips their leg, their hand into maybe a hot tea, maybe boiling water. Uji. Yes. So that's the commonest type of burn that we encounter. So for the purpose of this discussion, let's just build on that first.
Yeah.
So let's say a child spilled on, let's say, uji. So the first thing to do is usually, in any case of emergency, we say that the first thing is to recognize the danger. So in this case, we are dealing with a hot liquid. So the first thing is to remove the danger. We recognize the danger. The danger is that we have a hot liquid with us, and the baby has stepped on that hot liquid. So what you need to do is to prevent the child from incurring more burns.
Goja dog. You're in the bedroom and you've heard your child scream from the kitchen.
Yes.
Umekimbia as a mother, and then you found this child akona uji all over because that porridge has poured on the baby.
Yes.
So will you think about hiyo uji ingine imebaki kwa wapi niondoe, ama you think about that baby first?
What I'm referring to here is that there are things that you can, in that panic mode, you can do that can cause more burns to the baby than.
Oh, now I get it. Now you're talking about maybe undressing, ama.
Yes.
Oh.
So if the uji had spilled on the clothes, like you should recognize that uji being on that cloth will cause more burns to the baby than when we first remove the cloth.
Okay.
So like recognizing the things that can worsen the situation and remove them first before we do other things. So that's what we call that. We recognize the dangers around. You may, in the process of breastfeeding the baby, may even burn yourself. So like those are the things that we are referring to. Recognize those dangers and remove them from the victim and from yourself before proceeding.
So if that hot liquid has spilled on the baby's clothes, be very quick to remove the clothes first.
Yes, and in the process, make sure you're not burning yourself or anyone else around.
Hi, there's that scenario of you're removing and then it's spilling with the nini, like kama imeshika ukitoa itatoka na nyama.
Yes, so that mostly will encounter in flame burns. See, when
not hiyo ingine inaitwaje?
Scald.
So no, in the scald one hakuna yo, like it cannot come out.
Yes, so mostly with scalds, you will find that the cloth won't stick to the skin. But when it's a flame burn now, the cloth will be burnt to the skin. Okay. So that's the one that when you remove, you might find that you are removing with skin or tissue.
Let's go back to the scald. Now you've removed the clothes, maybe for example, or you've removed the dangers from there.
So if it's something you've removed the dangers, so if something you need help, you always call for help. So anyone around to come and help you. Yes.
Pouring cold water. I know that's what most people do.
That's what we
because now the baby is burning or the hand is burning. You take cold water, you pour on the patient.
Yes, so that's a practice that I can say it's half beneficial, half detrimental. So it's beneficial in this way. We usually encourage, let's say we have removed the clothes that have been exposed to the hot liquid. So the next step is usually to cool the burn area. So by cooling the burn area here, we are not referring to putting ice cold water on the patient, because when you do that, see that you may worsen the extent of the burn in the process of putting ice or very cold water. So what we advise is usually room temperature water. So the water you're taking from the tap. So that's the water we usually use in case of to cool off the burnt area. So we usually advise running water. So when it's near, let's say a sink. So let's say it's the hand that is burnt. So we usually advise that you let the water run over the burnt area for like 5 to 10 minutes. So after cooling off the burn area for like 5 to 10 minutes, the next step is usually to we say dressing, but the purpose of this dressing is to cover the burn area, to cover the burn wound, and to avoid exposure of the wound to cold. See, cold and let's say a breeze that is it usually causes more pain in a burn area. So we usually advise covering the burn area, 1 to prevent infection, and 2 to prevent unnecessary pain.
So the covering, you're doing now the covering while still at home?
Yes. So
before you get to the hospital?
Yes, just a clean cloth, just to cover the area, to prevent more contamination and just reduce the pain as we seek.
So at that point now, we have understood. So in case it happens to you or to your baby at home, now you know what to do. Kindly don't just be ignorant, because that may cause more harm. And as we always say, don't ignore. Take that child to the hospital and let that child get treatment. I
think we need to tell our audience what not to do.
Oh yeah, but they will.
That's very important. What not to do is as important as what to do. So what we don't advise for burns is the usual practice of applying, let's say, sugar, sun, flour to the burn area. So usually this one, applying flour, those things will cause contamination to the wound. And this is a wound that we want it clean and to heal in the best possible time. So one, we avoid those things because they cause contamination. Then something like sugar will worsen the burn, because see, sugar will try to cause some dehydration. So it sucks out water from the already injured cell. So we usually avoid this.
Kindly, please don't apply sugar, don't apply flour, don't apply sand. Yes.
Colgate.
Yes. Colgate by the way.
Yes. Yes, and even Blue Band.
Hey, there people who apply mpaka Blue Band.
Yes, so
hey guys,
we want the wound to be as clean as possible, and we avoid things that can worsen the injury. So such things we usually don't advise them. Just cover the wound and take the baby to the hospital.
I think that's very important. By the way, make sure you know things not to do. Learn the things to do and things not to do, because sometimes ignorance makes us make more messes. So please don't do those things. However you know, or you were taught by your mother or your grandmother or your relative, or you've ever done it and it has worked for you, kindly follow the measures Daktari has said, and we are here to save that baby, or to make sure that things are done in the rightful way. So I'm glad, guys, that we have learned. Daktari, is there anything else that you'd like to add about burns? So today we've spoken about the burns that may come due to liquids, hot liquids, no?
Yes.
And maybe next time we'll speak about fire.
Yes.
Ama, you can say something little about, in case it's flames, you call it flames. A burn that has come through flames, what should you do?
So for flame burns, I think the approach will have something similar. Only that for flame burns, you need to recognize that a flame can cause more damage even to the person responding. So the first step is to put off the flame. Yes. After putting off the flame, we usually advise, because after the burn, you'll see that at the burnt area there will be the dark stuff that has formed, which is attached to the skin. So
in a car deeper, doc. I think let's come back with that one. Part 2 is coming. In case of a flame, what should you do? Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and kindly subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that anytime we upload a video, you can be able to see it among the first people. Also, you can share this video with your loved ones, and we shall be glad because you will be supporting us. We'll come back with Daktari. In case of a flame burn, what should you do?